All right, welcome to another excellent Scrum meeting. Today is October 30th. As we're approaching the end of Sprint 3, we got another 3 things to talk about at the Scrum meeting. What you've done since the last one, what you're planning on doing or currently working on, and roadblocks and challenges along the way. So, of course, bring up any action items that you're discussing. Keeley, I know you don't have time, so I guess we'll discuss them at a later time or a later date, or without you. So kicking things off, I've gotten the image system locally working, and I'm setting up a Amazon S3 bucket. I spoke to Adrian about it, and it seems pretty straightforward to connect the part that I have set up in my local to an actual bucket. It's just as simple as a few keys and then using the right little connections, and it'll just automatically kind of basically instead of saving locally, it'll save into an S3 bucket instead. So I've replicated what we currently have into the new active file system. So instead of using, I replaced, I guess I was doing all my testing with binaries, or not binaries. I was doing all my testing with the contact, but it should be pretty easy to transfer over for event images too. And then right now I'm a little stuck with, I'm getting a few errors when I'm trying to resize images with the, resize, or not resize, but image magic library, that gem, it's giving me a couple problems. But what we had previously with saving images in the binary has been converted into active files, and so that's all working on the website, or on my part, locally now. I guess I'm going to continue working on that and do some testing. Awesome. That's my part.
I can go next if you guys. Oh, Keely, you're muted if you were. Okay. Yeah, I can go next if you guys want. So right now I'm working on the updating the request stuff. So making sure that the contact cards have both the previous and the new version updated. There's a bit of a roadblock with like kind of duplicate stuff going on, but I was able to kind of comment out whatever stuff we don't need. I'm trying to focus in on making sure that the duplicate actually has like the updated stuff inside of it. And for some reason, I think it's related to the routes. But even though I fixed up the routes, like it looks like everything is going to the context controller, or like two of them are going to the context controller and two of them are going to request, but it's still there's a little bit of an issue that I'm still kind of working on to make sure it's all coming together. Um, but aside from that, the only other main thing that I really have to do is like UI stuff. So that's after I get this resolved, I'll work on that on the UI stuff. For action items, I only really need Ryan on this one, but I'll probably work with them for a little bit longer after the meeting, if you have time, Ryan, regarding the network stuff and the request stuff. But this is kind of like the only roadblock. Regarding classes, I don't really have much else for other classes, so should be good to go there.
I can go next. Basically, since the last meeting, I've been doing little things here and there. Went to the meeting with Kush. Helped clarified with Ryan some stuff about the encryption. I found a little bug in my forms code, so I just fixed that real quick. Um, yeah, that's it. I think for now I'm just gonna keep focusing on like little UI things or whatever little extra things we need here and there. Yeah, no major roadblocks, so if you guys need anything, let me know.
Yeah, the coloring stuff was a pretty good idea too.
I can go next. So since the last Scrum meeting, I've worked on a lot of stuff. So I added that published check to events. So only if an event is published will it show up on the event page. And then I also just did some further checking between member network and admin network. changed it so that you only need the first name and last name to create a contact. And then I also just did some UI stuff, like making sure like the way that the way that headers are shown on the event page for anything is the same as the network, blah blah blah, all that stuff. I did some UI stuff. It honestly doesn't look good. Like I don't think it's what they want. But I like kind of baited my friend into like showing her how bad it looked and her being like, okay, like I can kind of help you. So I'm gonna send her what it looks like tonight and see if she has any suggestions. We can potentially use those, but I'm really bad with UI, so like I have nothing. What I'm planning to do, I think we really need to focus on like integration, I guess, at this point, because I'm pretty much, I think, done with all of my user stories for the most part after like we all review it. So I guess an action item is just setting aside some time for us to kind of look over everything, because I feel like we're kind of all in different places right now. Obviously not right now, but at some point maybe. I'm trying to pull it up really quickly so you guys can like see what it looks like and everything.
I think we should be able to get a good like merge and try to get the website in a good state by like Friday.
Mhm.
Because I'll definitely have everything set up and I can start merging some of the big picture changes to how things are stored in the backend.
Yeah, that sounds good. Um, yeah. And then roadblocks. I am going to be in a car for 6 hours on Friday and then also be in a car on 6 hours on Saturday. I have a rugby game. So I will be like, I can be doing stuff on localhost, but I mean, I don't really want to use my personal hotspot if not possible, so I probably won't be super available to actually do a lot of things. But as an action item, I can quickly show you guys like what everything looks like because I just pulled it up. But yeah, that's it for me.
Awesome. Then as for our next Scrum meeting, do you guys just want to do Friday? I guess morning before lab. I guess
Yeah.
that'll work probably best.
I don't know how many meetings we need left, but we can do if we want to kind of if we're low on meetings or if we need like to get a few more meetings done. I can't do Saturday, so we can do like a couple back to back if you guys want. I can do Friday and Sunday, but I just can't do Saturday
Okay.
either.
I think we just need, I think it's 2 or 3 left. So if we do Friday, Sunday, Monday,
Yeah, that should work well.
that's
Yeah.
perfect. So I'll go ahead and end the Scrum meeting here.